If you're over 40 and struggling to lose weight, have you ever considered that your constipation might be the real issue? You might be doing everything right, but if your gut is stuck, so is your weight. Hi, I'm Dr. Tabatha, your Christian physician. I am a triple board certified OBGYN turned functional medicine physician, and I didn't know this as an OBGYN, but your gut actually determines your overall health. And so we're going to get into why your gut is keeping your weight stuck. Every day I have women in my virtual medical practice tell me they only poop once a week and they wonder why they can't lose weight and their clothes don't fit. I promise you it has to do with your gut and your bowels. You have to be having a bowel movement every single day for your clothes to fit and for your weight to start coming off. After 40, your body starts functioning differently, and that can affect your bowels. And then your bowels affect your metabolism and your hormones. So it also actually turns into a vicious cycle. Once those estrogen levels start to shift and your progesterone levels start to drop, which is a natural part of your perimenopausal transition, they affect how quickly your bowels move. But things that slow that down are a lower amount of hormone production, but also a higher amount of cortisol production. That's our stress hormone. We call it our fat storing hormone. And so when we start making more cortisol and less progesterone, our stomach slows down. And that can be a real problem, not just because you're not pooping, but because of what's going on microscopically inside of your gut. Even though you can't see it, there are trillions of bacteria and yeast and parasites living inside your body. And they're supposed to be helping you stay healthy. They're supposed to be helping you digest your food, absorb your vitamins and minerals, but they can also wreak havoc. If you got the bad guys living in there, they can produce toxins. Because here's something you may not realize, and it sounds kind of gross, but the bacteria, they eat the food too. And whatever they poop out is what either makes you feel good or feel bad. So good bacteria, their waste products help you thrive. Bad bacteria and yeast, their waste products are like toxins that go into your bloodstream. One of them is called lipopolysaccharides. This endotoxin makes you inflamed throughout your whole body. So your joints can hurt. It can cause a headache. It can cause eczema because your skin is trying to detox that lipopolysaccharide and get it out of your body. So you might have eczema flare-ups. All of these are just signs that something's wrong in your gut. And when that is happening, it's telling your brain, don't spend resources on losing weight. We cannot lose weight right now. We have to deal with what's going on with the gut. And so we send resources to handle that gut dysbiosis. That's what we call that when you have the wrong bacteria or yeast living in your gut. So constipation's actually a really good sign that your body's trying to tell you something. Your body is trying to tell you that things are shifting and it's time to focus on your gut health in order to decrease your overall inflammation during this time of hormonal transition, and then your body will feel safe enough to release that weight. So let's talk about why constipation is a sign that you're not going to be able to release that weight until your gut is healed. The biggest reason could be a yeast overgrowth issue. So this is what I see in my virtual practice all the time is women are eating the standard American diet, or they're vegan or vegetarian, and they tend to consume a lot of carbohydrates. This doesn't feed the good bacteria. It feeds the yeast. And those yeast love sugar. So if you start your day off with a bagel and a coffee, like a cappuccino with a few shots of some sugary flavoring, you're setting those yeast up to just multiply the rest of the day. And once they start to run the show and get out of control, the good bacteria can't do their job anymore. So they might not be able to make serotonin and GABA, and you might feel depressed or anxious. gases, and that might be the only sign that you're getting that your gut is off. You don't necessarily even have to have constipation or diarrhea or cramping or bloating, but I will say constipation is the most common symptom that we see with yeast overgrowth. You could still be having bowel movements, but if they're hard and pebbly, coming out like little pieces of rocks, that means you're constipated. But definitely if you're not going every day, if you're only going a couple times a week, that means you're constipated as well. So first off, start evaluating your diet. Are you eating a lot of processed foods? Are you getting more than 25 grams of sugar a day? My gut was a hot raging mess because of what I was feeding it. That is where I would recommend you start with. Just get real with what you're putting into your gut. And that will really be the first step to getting your gut back to where it should be so that you can start to release that weight. Your gut could be keeping you fat. Every time I share this information online, I get women coming to me and asking me, okay, well, how can I fix my constipation? Or how can I release this weight? And that is where I invite you to do the 5-day challenge. It's free. It's an incredible 5 days. It sounds like nothing, right? But women lose up to 5 pounds in 5 days because we cut out the standard American diet. We turn your body from sugar burner back into fat burner so you can start to release that weight. We get you pooping every single day and your clothes start to fit better. It's a game changer. I hope to see you in there. It's in the Fast to Faith app. It's absolutely free. Give it 5 days. I promise you, you'll love what you see. A few quick tips to get your bowels moving and to start releasing that weight is, number one, drink a half a teaspoon of organic apple cider vinegar in room temperature water every morning. When you wake up, or if you're on thyroid medication, half an hour to an hour later. Drink that every day. That is going to tell your good gut microbiome to take over and stop letting the bad guys run the show. Then you got to move your body. You have to be moving your body every day because we actually have a nervous system in our gut that gets triggered when we exercise. It's called the enteric nervous system. So get moving. And I know this may sound a little strange, but do you even have time to poop? Look at your schedule. Open up your morning time if you can to have a more relaxing morning so that you have time for your body to feel safe and evacuate. Because I promise you, if you are on the go, 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 your body is telling your gut, hold, hold, hold. I was an OBGYN for 15 years and I never pooped because I was too busy working. So give yourself time to even have a bowel movement. That might be part of the issue. Want to know how fasting can improve your gut and help you burn fat? Watch my next video, Fasting with Faith to Heal Your Gut After 40. Click here to keep going. And remember, constipation isn't just uncomfortable, it's actually clogging your metabolism.